That's your karma. I said, my husband, who is dead, did this to you because you messed with me. You came into my home and you took advantage of me.
Yo, this shit's crazy. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Tisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
As always, this is one of those stories where you get to be the judge. Yes, you. We have a wife here who's actually a widow because her husband passed away, and she claims that after her husband passed away, which is unfortunate, a friend of hers took advantage of her, not in the way that you're thinking. You're going to have to hear the story for yourself to get the full picture. I have not heard this the whole way, so I'm going to be listening right here along with you. But overall, I want to know what you think about this story. I'll give my take at the very end. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
My husband passed away and I started talking to a man a couple months later. Let me tell you the story. So this was an old friend that I knew since I was 15. I wanted that male attention.
Okay.
I missed that male attention. So I invited him over. He came here with not a dime to his name. I'm grieving. I'm a mess. I'm drinking every day. I'm trying to numb the pain, right? Because I just lost my husband that I was with for almost 10 years.
Right.
I'm paying for everything. I'm a fool, right? We're getting liquor every night. We're ordering DoorDash every night. Spending my husband's money that I got because he passed away. So I'm a widow, right? You don't with widows. That's what the Bible says. Not.
She's got a point there. Let's keep listening. Hey, let's keep listening. Let's keep listening.
In those words, but you don't do that. Just wait. Please listen to this whole story. Just wait.
Okay.
So he tells me, I'm going to get a job. I want to help you. I want to help the girls. I want to be there for you because we've known each other for years and you were there for me at my lowest. So I want to be there for you. That's what he told me.
All right.
But it wasn't like that at all. He stayed for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was paying for a grown man that was staying in my husband's home that passed away. Sorry. It still upsets me. This was 2 years ago. But he was my friend, right? So he decides that he wants to go back to Chicago. And I decided that's probably the best thing because I'm not right in my head right now. I'm not okay. I'm not ready for this. So he...
Ready for what? Who else did she lose at let a man into my home a couple of months after my husband died? Like, put that coffee down.
Put that coffee down.
I can't drink that. That is insane. Your husband passes away and there's already a friend of yours who's in your house in a couple of months and he's busting the cheeks from what we are hearing. It's a party. Liquor.
He leaves. Of course, I had to pay for him to leave because he's a broke, right? But when he left, I felt so much better. Things were happening in my home, like my radio fell. My lights were flickering. I feel like that was a sign from my husband to get this guy out. He stole some things from my husband that I realized after he left.
She might not be all the way there.
He stole a cologne that my husband would only wear on special occasions. The Johnny Depp cologne. I spent like $109 on it. And my husband said, I'm only going to wear this on special occasions. I'm not even going to say how much money I spent. It's ridiculous.
I'm not laughing at this. I'm not laughing at the husband passing away. That's very sad. But she believes that her husband, right, his spirit was flickering. Again, guys, I'm not trying to send anybody to hell here, including myself here. Hear me out. She believes her husband was flickering lights when the guy left. But where were the lights when he was up in there and you guys were taking shots? And there was a lot going on in that household. Was he not witnessing that? What's going on? I'm trying, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Comment down below. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Comment down below.
But I told him, I said, karma will get you. Sorry, my daughter called me. But I said, karma will get you because you don't mess with widows. I was at my lowest point in my life and you stole from my dead husband and myself. So tell me why a week later he calls me. He says, I was by 63rd and Francisco in Chicago. That's my husband's neighborhood. That's where I met my husband. That's where he's from.
63rd. If you know, you know. A song came to mind when I heard that. Let's keep listening. Let's keep listening. Let's get through this.
I said, what happened? Because I wanted more information, right? He says that 8 dudes jumped him and they were beating him. He got broken ribs. He had a big busted lip, 2 black eyes. His head was swollen. I said, send me a picture. He sends me a picture of his whole body, his chest, his head. I was like, He calls me back. I said, you know what? That's your karma. I said, my husband, who is dead, did this to you because you messed with me. You came into my home and you took advantage of me and you stole from him. He goes, F you, you be, da 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 da. I said, no. And I hung up. And I've never spoken to him since. He wrote me and said, don't worry, I'll pay all the money back that you spent on me. I'll send you back your cologne that I took from your husband. And nothing at all. If your husband passed away or your wife, never jump into something. Just wait, because you're not in your right mind and things could happen. But I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm sorry, I know my daughter was calling me throughout the video, but I got up like 3 times to see what she wanted, just to clear that up. Also, one more thing. He told me the reason why I took the cologne was because I didn't think your husband needed it anymore. That's what he told me. When I tell you that I've never hated somebody so much in my life that I knew since I was a kid, and I trusted this person, you know? Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you know, because people are snakes. People are dogs. People will take advantage of you.
Yo, this shit's crazy. I'll say at least she gave some constructive advice there to another woman who could possibly be in this situation. What do you guys think? Let's check out some of these comments. First comment here says, so much hate on this video because you thought you were trying to show us something good. The laughing emoji, you should just delete it now. You got more hate than support. What hate is she talking about? Well, here are a few people's thoughts. This gentleman commented and said, when you're bored, so you make up a story, LOL. He doesn't even believe that that's a true story. Somebody else here says, I'm sorry, there's absolutely zero tolerance for her. Just lost her husband of 10 years that supported you, took care of you, etc., and you disrespect him so fast. That's a damn shame, that man says. Another person here, a woman says, I thought he was your fiance. This is somebody who's her follower and she keeps track of her content. Goes on to say, I followed you for a long time and I feel misled by your content at times. With the surprise emoji, at one point we supported you and now it's your husband's home, so you don't pay rent. Okay, so based on that comment, it sounds like there's a lot of storytelling from her page, right? It's a popular thing to do right now on TikTok. You get on there, you share your sad story about your marriage. Usually you got to make the husband look bad. It's got to be a man in some shape or form, and you get support and praise. Somebody else here says, damn, just a couple of months though. So the men are shocked at the whole few months and allow another man to move inside. And this other woman who also lost her ex-husband says, I lost my ex-husband of 16 years 9 months ago, and I don't even feel right talking to another guy. Girl, I don't get you. So we have a woman here who also doesn't understand. She's stuck on there couple of months and new man after 10 years of marriage. Here's somebody else who says, does it feel like you have a booger in your nose that you can't pick? Just asking. Of course, he's talking about the whole nose ring thing. We have a woman here who heard the full story, and her thoughts are, it's not your friend's fault. More like you being irresponsible, allowing, I'm assuming that's supposed to say, people in your house, especially a couple months later. I would be devastated. So she's like, if I was in your shoes and my husband was to pass away, there's no way a man's coming in a couple of months after that and being able to cause this type of confusion. What do you guys think? She said her mind wasn't right at the time. Right. Goes on to say, girl, you'd be better off taking this down because nothing about this is worth sharing. Somebody else here says, I can tell this chick is crazy. This commenter says, this woman felt bad for this woman and says, sorry for all the hate you're getting. May God heal your heart and keep you and your girls protected. Now, no one wants anybody who's been through a loss to not heal. And so I support her healing process and everything. Just to be honest, I'm shocked at the whole couple of months and then somebody else is in your husband's house already. Here's another person who says, thank you for sharing. Somebody else who says, you're a great woman. Thanks for sharing these all. Yeah, man. Before I close out, I don't want to appear like I'm insensitive towards widows or anybody who has lost a husband. I believe if you're going through something like that, then that's tough, right? This is obviously, she says, something that happened to her years back. And regardless, again, a couple of months and letting a man in your house is crazy. I'm curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.